Hi, and welcome to today's yoga practice. Today is going to be a slow flow with a focus on opening up the hips as well as the low back. So if that sounds like something you need, go ahead, join me on the mat. You will not need any props today, just yourself. Let's go ahead and begin in a child's pose. To make your way there, knees are going to come as wide as your mat, big toes are going to come together to touch. Go ahead, walk your arms forward and let your forehead come down to the mat. And just take a moment to arrive to your practice, letting go of whatever you did before this and whatever you have to do after this, and just being here now. Take a big inhale through your nose and a slow exhale out of your mouth, finding a little more of a release with your exhale. Let's do that again. Big inhale and a slow exhale. Notice where else you can release, relax in the body and in the mind. Maybe it's unclenching your jaw, relaxing the shoulders, releasing the belly. And then from here, begin to walk both hands towards the right, keeping your hips heavy. Option to stack your left palm on top of the right. Breathing into the left side body, the left rib cage. And then inhale, start to come back through center. Walk your hands over to the other side. Option to take right palm on top of left if you like. And this time emphasize breathing into the right rib cage, the right side body. Take a big inhale. And exhale, let it all go. And inhale, start to come back through center. And then spread your fingers, gaze between your hands and press up into a tabletop pose. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, begin to drop your belly, lift your gaze, finding cow pose. And exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Press the earth away for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow. Exhale for cat. Taking a few more on your own breath. If you'd like here, it can also be nice to maybe wiggle the hips or rock the hips side to side. Take some circles here, just letting the body move organically. And then begin to make your way back to neutral. Extend your right leg long, point your right toes. Find the core, inhale. On your exhale, pull your right knee towards your right elbow. On your exhale, your right leg's gonna go across your body over the left leg. Tap your toes just off the mat towards the left. And again, exhale, pull right knee to right tricep. Inhale, take it across your body. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, take it across, plant your right toes down. Start to bend your right knee behind your left as if you're coming into Gomukhasana or eagle. Spread your feet wide and then set your hips back in between your legs. Letting the hips release back, breathing. Inhale, gently start to come forward. Extend your right leg back again. Exhale, pull your right knee towards your right tricep and step your right foot outside your right hand. Now bring your toe slightly out and your heel slightly in so your foot's at 45 degrees. Bring your hands wider than your shoulders and start to circle your hips. This is one of my favorite ways to open up the hips. Circle it out. Letting your right foot move freely. If it wants to come up, let it come up. Start to take your circles in the opposite direction. And then begin to come back through stillness. Bring your left hand slightly in. Right hand's going to come on top of your right thigh. Press into your right thigh. Find a twist. Maybe your gaze comes up past the shoulder. And on your exhale, release back into a tabletop pose. Take a minute, take any movements between sides. And then the left leg will start to extend back. Point the left toes. Spread the fingers wide, engage the core. On your exhale, pull left knee to left tricep. Inhale, left leg goes across your right. Look over your right shoulder, tap the toes down. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, take it across. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, take it across. Keep looking over your right shoulder. Press your hips towards the left and then start to bend your left knee behind your right. Open up your legs and sink your hips back in between your legs. It's okay if the forehead doesn't come down. Most likely it won't since we have the knees stacked. Breathing into the hips. And exhale, gently start to come forward. Left leg will extend. Pull the left knee back towards the left tricep. Step your left foot outside your hand. Toe out, heel in. Hands wider than the shoulders. Spread the fingers and begin to find your circles in your hips. In any size circle that feels good for you today. And begin to reverse the direction. And then start to slow it down. Right hand will come in slightly. Left hand will come on top of your left thigh. Press into the left thigh to find a twist. Pull the left shoulder away from the ear. And then exhale, release. Come back to table. We'll find our first down dog. Hands will come a palm print in front of where they are. Tuck the toes. When you're ready, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal into one heel as you bend the opposite knee. Notice how the downward facing dog feels today. It always feels a little bit different every practice. Take a look at your fingers. Spread your fingers wide. Slightly spin the insides of the elbows towards one another. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a little bend in your knees. See if you can lift your hips higher. The goal of down dog is not to bring the heels to the mat. It's okay if they're not there. On your inhale, lift your heels high. On your exhale, melt the heels down. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, melt them towards the mat. One more. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, melt them towards the mat. On your inhale, shift forward into high plank. Shoulders land over the wrists, heels over the balls of the feet. Spread the fingers wide. You can always drop down to your knees if that works for you. Hug your elbows in and lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck the toes. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. Tent your fingers. Bringing your hands just off your mat. So you're on just the finger pads. Inhale, peel your spine up. Take your gaze forward. Keep pressing the toes down. And exhale to release. Inhale again, squeeze the shoulder blades, peel the spine up, maybe a little bit higher. Keep pressing the toes down. Exhale, release. Bring your hands back under your shoulders, press up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On your inhale, right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack it open, circle out the knee, the ankle, the hip. Try and keep the shoulders square towards the mat. Pull the knee back through center towards the chest and then step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your left knee to the mat. Untuck your left toes. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, low crescent lunge, sinking your hips. Stay or interlace your hands behind your low back. Press the palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the heart, find a back bend. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms overhead. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot out. So different lunge than our first lunge we did in our warm-up. Toe out, heel in, but now the left leg is further back. So we're opening through the front of the left hip as well as the right lizard lunge. You're welcome to stay here, or you're welcome to come down to the forearms. Holding for about 3 full cycles of breath. Every exhale, inviting softness into the back of the right leg, hip, front of the left hip. And gently start to make your way back up to your palms if you've lowered down. Heel toe your right foot in line with your hip, and then extend your right leg, shifting your hips back for half split. Flex your right toes towards you. If the earth feels far away and you have blocks or something to lift up, you're welcome to bring your hands to blocks. Keep flexing your toes. And using your exhales now to soften through the back of the right leg, big opening for the right hamstring. On your next inhale, start to bend back into your right knee, tuck your left toes under, step it back, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Inhale, left leg up and back, three-legged dog, bend your left knee, stack your hip. Circle out your knee, hip, ankle. And come back through center. Pull your left knee into your chest, step your left foot between your hands, drop the right knee and tuck the right toes. Make sure the left knee is tracking over the ankle. Inhale, rise up, low crescent lunge. Sinking the hips forward. Hands interlace behind the low back, press the palms together. Open the heart. Lift the chest, find a back bend. And on the exhale, release. Hands come inside your left foot, heel toe left foot to the corner of your mat, toe out, heel in. Make sure you're on the top of your right knee. If this bothers your knee, place a blanket or towel underneath your right knee, right toes untucked. You can stay lifted just where you are, or maybe you walk down to the forearms. Make sure wherever you are, you can breathe into it, sending softness into your hips. And gently start to make your way back up to your palms, coming back up with ease. Heel toe your left foot in line with the hips. Extend the left leg, flex left toes. Work the hands underneath the shoulders. Find a halfway lift. Remember, exhale, folding over the left leg. One more full breath. And when you're ready, bend back into your left knee, hands frame your left foot, tuck the right toes under, back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And then from here, drop the knees to the mat, sit the hips off to one side, coming in to a seat. Setting up here for butterfly. Soles of the feet will come together. Bring the heels close towards the seat for a more outer thigh stretch. Grab a hold of the ankles. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale. Begin to pull yourself forward. Insides of elbows, maybe pressing gently on the inner legs. Every exhale, inviting softness into your hips, your inner thighs. Next inhale, slowly rise. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the legs. Pull the knees together. Extend both legs long in front of you. Flex your toes towards you. For Paschimottanasana, remove any flesh from underneath the seat. Inhale, big sweep of the arms overhead, and exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over the legs. And then allow the hands to land, maybe the foot, the ankle, or the mid-calf. Let the upper body hang heavy over the legs. And notice if you're holding any tension in the muscles of the face or the jaw. Can you let it go? Inhale, inviting expansion. Breathe into the upper back and exhaling, finding release of the upper body towards the legs. 2 more full breaths. And inhale, gently start to walk the shoulders back over the hips. Go ahead and bend into your knees and come all the way down onto the back, setting up for figure 4 or pigeon on the back. Go ahead and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Pull the knees in towards you, and then hands will interlace either behind the left thigh or the left shin, whatever feels more comfortable to you. If the hips are really tight, you can take a towel behind your leg and grab onto either side of the towel. Release the head, neck, and shoulders back to the mat. Keep a gentle flex in your right foot and keep pressing your right knee away from you. Last 2 full breaths. And then gently release your left foot down. Keep your right foot where it is. Arms are going to come out by your side. Find an inhale. On your exhale, start to drop both legs over towards the left. So outer left leg, right foot will come down. And you can stay just like this, or option to take left hand to your right inner thigh. Gently press the right leg away from you. Right arm long, right shoulder grounded. Maybe your gaze comes over the right shoulder, finding a gentle twist here. And exhale to release. Come back up through center. Pull your knees into your chest. Take your hands on either kneecap and draw circles in opposite directions with your knees. This is a really nice way to open the low back. It can be good to do in the morning. Reverse the direction. And then plant your right foot onto the mat. Left ankle crosses on the right thigh. Left head, neck, and shoulders. Pull the knees into the chest. Interlace hands behind the right thigh or the shin. Let the head, neck, and shoulders release back to the mat. Keep pressing the left knee away from you. Two more full breaths. Where can you invite softness into the body? And on your exhale, keep your left ankle crossed. Drop your right foot back to the mat. Arms come out into a T. Start to drop both legs over to the right. Sole of the left foot comes to the mat. Option to take your right hand to your left inner thigh, gently pressing the left leg away. And then gaze can come over the left shoulder grounded. Settling into stillness. Inhale, start to come back through center. Uncross the legs, pull the knees in the chest, hands on either kneecap, and gently rock side to side on your low back. We'll finish here with happy baby. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Reach for the outer edges of your feet. Pull the knees wide, lift the feet up. Try and tuck your pelvis so you're pressing your low back, your sacrum onto the mat. Again, stay in stillness or gently rock a little bit side to side like a happy baby would, hence the name. And then exhale, knees back into the chest, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Give yourself a hug, one final squeeze, and on your exhale, release the arms, release the leg, making your way into Shavasana. Allowing a blanket of relaxation to come over the body from the toes up to the head. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Letting the lips slightly part, tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. I'll bring you back in just a few. You're more than welcome to stay longer if you would like. If you're ready to come out, start to bring movement into your fingers, into your toes. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Point the toes, pull your knees into your chest, roll onto one side and press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Once you're seated, rest your hands on your knees. Taking a moment of gratitude for yourself and for your practice. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, thumbs come down through the heart center. Thank you all for showing up and thank yourself. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, give it a like and let me know in the comments what other yoga practices you would like to see.